Hi everyone, in this lesson I'm going to introduce you to HTML and CSS, and I want you to note that this tutorial series is actually for beginners, those who are actually interested in learning web design and web development. So I'm going to guide you in this lesson on how to set up and install your text editor. Okay, right in front of me we have our Atoms text editor, which you can easily download for Windows, and we also have our Visual Studio. So in this tutorial series we are going to use Visual Studios all through. So let's talk about web pages. What is web page? A web page is simply, like as you're looking on this screen right now, this is a web page, so which contains things like HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Let's inspect this page to see what we are talking about. So from here you can see elements which constitutes the HTML codes for this web page, and we have style which constitutes values and properties for this web page. So what is HTML? HTML simply means hypertext markup language, while CSS simply means cascading style sheet. So HTML simply holds the web page structure and the content, while CSS is just the beauty to the web page. Alright, so from here you can see that we have some codes. Like from here you can see the footer dash pad, which constitutes the footer section. So from here you can see some colors. These colors are being added by the CSS, and this fancy text too. So everything here is actually made up of CSS and HTML. So let's dive into this lesson for today to set up our environment. Okay, so simply download Visual Studio Code. I'm going to open my own code from here. So now there are extensions I would love you to install. Come to this place, extension, and search for live server. So what does live server do? Live server is highly recommended for web development. It actually helps us to see what we are building from our Visual Studio. It opens up the browser and gives us the update of what we added on our Visual Studio code. I will explain that right now. So click on your live server. You will see install. The reason you are seeing uninstall here is because I've already installed live server on my machine. So quickly install live server. From here, let me show you a little demo that will help you understand how live server works. So from here you can see there is a code here, and the browser is actually getting updated without you refreshing your browser. So you can actually scroll down to read more about live server. So another plugin I would like us to install is Prettier, a code formatter. So what Prettier does is actually it formats our code and makes it look good and professional. So even though you are a beginner, you just install this extension. It helps you format your code to look good. So click on Prettier. So you can actually read some documentations here. All I need you to do is install Prettier. So in the next video, we are going to dive into the code and start learning some HTML.